No heroes. Woo! No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Hello guys and welcome back to the NCL. This is week 7. We have two amazing players, Edoardo Valenti versus MIRKO, and yeah, we have a Dofimiro on our hands. Dofimiro, a very technical matchup, and let's see how this goes. So we see Edoardo start. General consent is that going second is better in the mirror because you can immediately swing into the rested character of your opponent. But Dofimiro is like way more complicated than that, and you can easily win by going second. Ever going first. So yeah, MIRKO decides between teach and law. He takes the law. An amazing start from MIRKO. Double searchers is great for going second. Eduardo basically needs a teach next turn to guarantee a 7k swing and a character. Which would be great because teach is one of the key cards in this matchup. So you always want to see it. Like law and teach are the most important cards in this matchup, and also gravity blade can have a great swing effect. Like if you're behind on board, Gravity Blade can fix that. Okay, we see the teach. 7k lead. And the Jimbe, okay. And probably the Weevil here, yes. Draw one, okay. Very good start for Eduardo. And MIRKO takes. So yeah, like I said, Dofimiro, a very complicated matchup. It's all about resource management, all about board control. There are a lot of facets to the game. Like law is so important because with law and teach you can just loop your opponent's board. Like here, there's also you could also bounce to teach here. There's an argument for that, so that your opponent has less done on the next attempt. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Eduardo now in his 5 Don turn with teach. It just gets better. And oh, the Maria. Okay, the Maria basically allows him to play at the same time as the last turn. Teach gonna put back Jimbo on top. He's gonna swing 7. Jimbo's gonna play Weaver. He draws a card. His boards gets bigger. And he doesn't diminish in hand size, which is really important. And MIRKO has a decision to make if he counters. He loses hand advantage, but if he doesn't counter, he might run into pudding. So yeah, he counters. So at the moment, Eduardo seems to be in a very comfortable position. Just the fact because he has the teach developed, and MIRKO doesn't. 5k swing into the Jimbo is immediately dying. Another 5k swing is probably gonna get taken here. So like if the first life you can easily take with Doffy. Okay, it's gonna counter out probably because he expects a leader swing. Yeah, okay, so that's fair. He doesn't want to go down to 3 life, so he takes the 1. Now he's probably gonna take the 7k swing here, yeah. Crocodile. Not ideal. You don't want to see a crocodile. That's like a plan B play. Like you only want to play him if you don't have anything else. Okay, 7 done now for Eduardo. This could be a Gravity Blade. Let's see what he has. Okay, yeah, the Gravity Blade. Okay, so Boa and Law. Yeah, probably both 2 targets because Law, if you get him back from the trash, he's really good. So just bottom decking him is the best kind of action. Yeah. Okay, now 5k swing into characters. He's gonna counter 6k. He's probably gonna let it go. He's thinking about countering. Wow. Does he want to throw 3 cards? Yeah, that's really expensive. Okay, he's gonna let 1 go. Probably afraid that he could have used the teach ability to just swing 7. You've won Sengoku. Sengoku also a really important card mirror because you can keep bouncing into hand and then keep generating resources with him. Which is like a great way to stop from this deterioration of cards in hand. Like you have to replenish resources now and then, because if you keep your board to counter a lot, you have the misfortune to just run out of resources really quick. So yeah, he gets another law, amazing pickup. Swing gets countered. Those are the turns that are really important. Like, we have a lot of option at this point, because with the Don you have and with the law in hand, you can try to clear a big part of his board, but it's like not guaranteed. It's also like the wild card that someone could play a Kaido, so the entire resource game could be thrown out the window. Okay, and he plays a Teach and the Law. Gets the Law back in hand. And probably something from his opponent. And a Teach, okay, interesting. That makes sense. So you basically rob him with the advantage of having 2 Don more each turn. Is he gonna save the Moria here? That's the question. Oh, he's gonna save him. Okay. So 4 Don open, maybe comes another law, yeah. Oh, he bounces 2 of his characters. Interesting. So he values the 2k in hand more than he values that the Weevil can swing at him next turn. That's really interesting. Like, I think I prefer to get the Weevil back in hand here, but I think Mirko knows what he's doing. Like, also the Weevil back in hand, to be fair, gives your opponent the possibility to play him again to draw another card, which you obviously also don't want. 5. It's gonna be taken here, no trigger. It's probably another 7-7, so one needs to be countered out, or Mirko's in a bad shape. 7? No, oh, he has 7, no, 6 Don left? Josu could be a possibility here. Could also play just a 4-cost character and a Teach back out. It would also be a great play here. Oh, he counters, okay. Maybe he should have countered a 5k swing earlier. Now here's a card, a card more short. Okay, there's probably no. He's still thinking about his play. 6k, okay. And Teach, okay. So EDOARDO didn't really develop his board this turn, so maybe this is a possibility for MIRKO to get back the board control, which could set him up for the late game. But still, EDOARDO's like 4 life, which is a lot. 6k swing. So Maria's dice. 4 down. Another law. Great play. Like the law is really good here. Probably giving the teach back to hand, I assume. Yes, okay. Now teachability. Putting something on top. Might be the law again. So I could play the law, bounce the weaver, and then swing live. 7. It's a weevil. Okay, draw 1. Maybe plays the law. Oh, he swings it to the weevil. Interesting. Not into live. So if he plays another 4-cost character here, he's actually in great shape. Oh, he bounces law, and that's fair. Like getting more counter in hand. Eduardo was behind on board, but there's still a lot of options to clear. The board isn't really far behind. He also has like 4 lives, so he can has some breathing room. Oh, 10 don't open. This might be the Kaido here. It is an amazing spot for the Kaido. Yeah, you're 4 life. His opponent's board isn't that big. So yeah, if you have a Kaido that you want to play it now, like the Kaido basically puts MIRKO on the clock. Because the Kaido eventually you're gonna get outvalued or just you just die to the Kaido, because this is most Doffies don't play Red Rock, so this Kaido is here to stay. So he really needs to turn on the aggression here. Like he needs to capitalize on the fact that he's ahead on board, and now he can swing a lot into his opponent's life to take as much life as possible to bring his opponent in a bad position so he can finish him. Puts him on top, nice. Probably gonna see a 7k swing here. 6, okay, start 6, probably then 6, 7, 7 with lead ability. Yeah, you should count out 6 here, yeah. 7. Might take. But he has a lot of cards in hand he doesn't have to take. And I think I would advise against taking since there's still a possibility of putting, so I think he needs to counter here if he has a 2k. Yeah, 2k, 1k. Has still 5 cards in hand. Law. Isn't okay. Like, the thing is, Law, funny enough, doesn't do a lot here, since there's no character to bounce for his opponent. 7 take, okay. And Maria. It's a good card here. Maybe take a 2k from trash, okay. Okay, now his board is full and he threatens a lot of damage next turn. Shows again the card he searches turn. Okay. Let's see how Eduardo handles this now. There are a lot of great cards. Like a second Gravity Blade would be devastating here, since you just stop the aggression in his tracks. He drew a lot of cards. So he probably has another Teach in hand, I would assume. Since he threw one in the trash. Yeah, there's a Teach. Put 2 cards up top. 7 in 5-cap character probably. Jimbe, okay. Jimbe Boar. Might go to an 8k swing here. Because normally mirror, the Jimbe in late game can be kind of a burden since it's all about hand size and sometimes you just don't have the hand size in mirror. And oh, there's actually a second gravity blade. Oof. That's a big blow. That's like hard to come back from here now. It's really hard to come back here. Like 3 life from Eduardo is still a lot. He has more cards in hand. Or at least, no, he doesn't have more cards in hand, but he's like, he has a board advantage, he has more life. It's gonna be a tough climb for Mirko if he wants to try to come back here. The thing is, at any point, Eduardo can just try to go for game. Since he has like this 12k swing ready to go. That either, like, if you're at 0 life, this 12k swing is like just devastating if you don't have a blocker. Gravity Blade. That's okay here. Teach effect. 8k swing probably here. 8 to life or into. Oh, okay, no, into the Jimbe. Yeah, but still, this doesn't apply a lot of pressure, so the Kaido's just gonna swing every turn and swing and swing. He might even be able to just swing twice, pick into lead here, and just leave him at 0 and threaten the perfume. The female is really good here to just threaten the game. But it's also risky, so he doesn't need to take those risks, depending on his hand. Seven lead. Or at Moria. Like, okay, yeah, it was probably. But he counted out 12. At lead, okay, he's gonna take. Moria. Taking back the Weaver, okay. And now, Jimbe Weaver. Okay, so he's trying to build a board to threaten lethal for next turn. Okay, and Mirko scoops up. Yeah, there's not a lot that could be done here. The advantage of Eduardo's side was just too big. And yeah, the Kaido was great. The Kaido is a two-edged sword in mirror. Like, if you can play him in a safe position, he can win you the game. But most of the time, it's like just hard to get him down, since the moment you don't play, like the moment you don't play him, like the moment you play him and you don't have a board and your opponent has a board, you can just lose the hand advantage in an instant. Like, you just swing multiple 7k swings to life, and the 4 cards you draw don't really matter then. But if you can just keep your opponent's board under control, Kaido can just easily win you the game. So Mirko's probably gonna choose second again. Let's see if his start is as good as it was last game. Like, he was missing the teach for most of the game. He decided to take the law instead, which is fair. Like, choosing between law and teach is tough. Yeah, okay. Mirko already signals that he wants to go second here. Okay, let's see what Eduardo has. Buggy, okay. Looking top 5. Buggy is the worst of the Doffy searchers, but it's still a 2K, so you can't really argue against that. It's like a backup if you don't have Sengok or Perona. Teach. He just plays down to teach, so no searchers, nothing, which is, in my opinion, worse than if you play a Sengok here. Then you can just get the teach next turn. $7K. And Jimbe. Great first target. And there's again a Weevil coming down. Basically have a repeat of the last game here. But to be fair, like it's a little bit worse for Eduardo since he doesn't have the Sengok and the Teach, but still, Jimbe Weevil is always a good start. Okay, Mirko goes with the Perona now. Probably gonna decide if he needs to use the Teach ability or not. Okay, he's not gonna use it. 7. For Crocodile. Again, not the card you want to see here. Like, Crocodile is rough. Like, Crocodile doesn't really do anything besides being a 5k body here. Like, you want to do, like, you want to have your 5k bodies to do something else. Like, draw a card or anything, but this does nothing. Eduardo gets the boar down. That's the problem, also a problem with Doffy if you go first. Like, the 5 don't turn is awkward if you don't have teach. If you have teach, the 5 don't turn is amazing. But if you don't have teach, you can't really do anything. Also, smart move not to swing here with the Weevil, since it would leave him vulnerable to attacks, which you don't really want. Okay, there comes the Sengok down. So Mirko basically has to swing his opponent's life now. Okay, takes the Moria. Probably might come down here, depending on his hand. Law would also be good. Could bounce himself or Sengok to have more advantage next turn. Okay, there's a Jimbe. And a Moria. Okay, it takes the 2k back in hand. Don't lose too much head advantage. Teachability. That's basically the 5 don't turn with an extra search that Dofi can do. And he plays out the Crocodile. Okay, his hand is probably no real good characters, like probably a lot of 2Ks, events. If you play out the Crocodile here, maybe he doesn't want to give it away any information of his hand. But normally you don't want to play him out if you have any better target in hand. This, for example, telegraphs that he probably doesn't have a law here. Okay, 7 probably lead. Or no, Crocodile. Take the Moria that he knew there because he played Boar last turn. So you basically know what his top deck is for the next 2 turns. A 6k swing. 4 down, another character probably. It's 2 characters, okay. Chimbala bounce to Maria, okay. And bounce to Jimbe. Which is also like this play doesn't seem that great because you think like, oh my god, Jimbe just gonna play another character, but Mirko has shown that he doesn't have too many great characters in hand. And also, if you bounce the Maria, he just giving you a card more from trash, which you also don't want to do. So yeah, this is probably the right choice. 5k swing to life. Probably might get taken here. No. He's afraid that he's gonna get puddinged. Gravity Blade is an option here to reduce the board of EDOARDO dramatically, and there it is. Yeah, okay. Boa and Law. Teachability. Yeah, Boa would be great here, so you can swing into the wheel with 8k and cost 2 more cards from his hand, from his opponent's hand. Okay, there's a gym there. There's a Law, okay. So yeah. The stun should be rested, but yeah. 2k. Yeah. So probably the hand of Mirko just isn't that stacked with good 4-cost characters. Sengoku. I think EDOARDO now has a chance to win back the board and extend his own dramatically. Like he maybe just plays here 3 characters down. Like he could. And then just clear 2 of his opponent's characters. The thing is, you can't protect them both. Like he at least is gonna clear 1 even without attaching down, since you can't throw 3 cards here, or else you just lose in the long run. It's gonna take Teach, which he was missing the entire game. Okay, it's gonna start at 5. A 7k swing into the drummer. Both die. Okay, for 2 probably Teach here. Teach another 4. Teach, lead ability, another 4k, 4-cost body, I assume. Maybe just swing bigger here, like Sense also. It's not too small. He still has a few resources left. Alternative could be a Gravity Blade here again, like he has 7 down left. It's 5k swing, okay. Oh, so maybe it is the Gravity Blade. It's not the strongest Gravity Blade here. Okay, Boa. Interesting as he didn't play. Wait. That's not how it works. Yeah, Boa. I think Boa does only attach to 7 Warlords, right? And I think also Singok. Okay, yeah. We're gonna move on. He's gonna play the Joseph. It's the first time we see this card. This card is actually amazing, the mirror. As long as your opponent does not have the gravity blade, because it's like a big bait for. Oh, he doesn't swing with it. So he just played it and he didn't swing. And because he wanted to bottom deck a card from his opponent, which is fair. Playing Sengok again. Taking the law, okay. You don't have to lose the active character, you could do the rest done for teach effect. Okay, 9. Might be to the Jinbei here. Like if you bounce the Weevil, 9 might be overkill if you swing it to the Jinbei. Like I think it would just be better to swing 8 and play the Sengok again. Yeah. There might be an opportunity for the 10 cost Kaido here again, but I think this Kaido might be too greedy because Mirko's board is really huge. If he plays a Kaido, he's just gonna lose the 4 cards he drew. Okay, takes the Jinbei back, Jinbei. Boa. Great turn. Developing probably 4 characters here with the healer ability. It's just an amazing power move from Doffy. Like you can just develop 4 characters in one turn. They are all 5 or 6k. Some of them even draw you cards or give you more resources or remove something from the field. That's just the power of this deck. Kiss wasn't happy with his deck. 7k. Might be into the Jinbei. Law. In the teach, yeah. Mirko thinks about carding, but he doesn't. Okay. Other pass turn. A lot of good possibilities here. Like he could play Gravity Blade again. Sengok, okay. More laws always appreciated. Another Jozo would be okay here. He takes a Boa, a blockers, okay. Probably it's not really a blocker since you know his opponent has the law in hand, so it's basically just a blocker. The opponent just has 4 Dawn to remove. Or maybe even no 1 Dawn only because of Teach and Lead ability. Put it on top, give your leader Dawn, okay. Mirko thinking about swinging 6 here. Decides against it. Yeah, 7k lead. There's still 7 and 8 coming, so yeah. Edo's gonna take the first one. You don't have to be afraid about putting here, since he has only 3 down open. Another 7. Might get countered out. Oh, he takes. Okay. Now 8. Lead ability. Gets the Weevil, draws a card. Great pickup here. Block 2k, 1k? Yes, okay. So, the thing is, this does look good for EDOARDO. But it's even, depending on EDOARDO's hand. It's like a really even game here. EDOARDO's like 4 swings, spawned has 2 lives. So the 4 attacks might even be able to break through if he has a Teach in hand. Because the Teach can bounce with Teach and Law, you can bounce the Boa. And we know he has a Law in hand. You got to think about this turn very carefully. Like, you don't want to do any mistakes here that might cost you the game. I think if you have the Teach, playing it here is really a no-brainer. This is just such. Okay, 5 is on block. So now he has 3 swings. And his opponent is 2 alive. So those 3 attacks might be able to decide it here. It's okay, 1k. It's 8 done, still open. Teach, okay. We'll probably see shenanigans with Law here. Since just playing 2 Laws might remove 2 bodies. Oh, does remove 2 bodies from his field. 7. Plays a Law. Takes back the Teach, okay. Bounces a Boar. That's a Law. He's trying to clear board, okay. He's not trying to pressure live, which is probably a smart move. Seven. 2 life is gonna get taken, okay. 1 life. Weevil, okay. So there might not be a Law left in EDOARDO's hand, since he left it on the board. So if the board comes down, it might actually be able to block here. MIRKO swings 7, getting countered out by EDOARDO. Six. Another counter. 3 cards left in hand. Okay, Boar. Law would be really good here. Happy to keep the board clear. But still looks rough, like the board is full for EDOARDO. 5 characters. Law might be an out here. To at least reduce board size. Like, he probably doesn't have all the counters in hand. Weevil draws a card. Get the law dice. Forward on. Weevil draws another card, okay. His opponent has 5 swings now, 5 attacks into 1 life. It's gonna be rough. Like, MIRKO has 8 cards in hand. But a law could end it really quickly. Like, you also can't go to 0 early, since there's always the possibility that his opponent is a female to just get the unblockable. There's a lot of 7k swings coming MIRKO's way. Yes, it has to defend at least 3 of them. If there's a law, he might have to defend 4 attacks this turn. Okay, starting with a 7k. It's gonna get counted out. Okay. 5 cards left in hand. It is possible to survive this. And he might win on the crackback. Like, it's not an unlikely scenario here to win the crackback. Because MIRKO's board is also full of attacks. 7k. 7 don't open. 3 1ks. Oh god, 2 cards left in hand. No, 3. Okay, 3. You might see a 7 8 8 here. 7, yeah, probably has to block here. Or he might even need to counter if he has it. But then you might just die to a 5 6k, a 5 7k swing if his opponent has a law. No, 5 6. No, it's 5 7. Okay, yeah. Okay, he takes. Does EDOARDO has a female? If he has the female, he might also try to do a defensive play here, but I think that's too risky. So yeah, 8 8. Does he have it? Oh, the life was a non-counter. Okay, so EDOARDO wins this match 2-0. 2-0. Thanks for watching and goodbye.